You know, one of the biggest mistakes for new landlords is they don't vet, and they have no idea how to vet tenants. And this is why, 95% of times you can actually prevent problems before they even step foot into your property, right? So vetting is not just asking friend of a friend for a recommendation, because you're looking for trouble. You have to go on and you have to run people's credit. You have to run their, criminal background, right? I used to look for 2 years of W-2s, at least a few months of bank statements to show that you actually have a job, that you have a paying job, how much, to verify how much you're being paid, and that you're not reckless with your money. And then, have a face-to-face interview. You got to see this person. You got to show them the apartment. Make sure you talk to the person. Don't, leave it to, I did almost everything myself. And most of the tenants I got myself. Very rarely did I trust the realtors, because, realtors, especially if you're dealing with a small-time landlord that you're probably not going to see again, some people could be in it for the fast dollar, an easy rental. They'll get this guy off his hands, they'll get this tenant off his hands, and you'll never have to see the tenant or the landlord again. So what does it matter to some realtors, right? To some. So the way mom and pop landlords do it is, they just go by word of mouth. Hey, I have a basement to rent, for example. One of my uncles, I have a basement to rent. And for 5 years, he was doing great. And I kept telling him, you gotta vet these people. You can't just go to the supermarket, put up a sign, and be like, I have a basement for rent, and then just take the first person that comes, or take your friend of a friend's word for it. And you never listened. And sure enough, his last tenant lasted 3 years. 3 years, because he was dealing with her for a good year and a half before his son stepped in and said, you know what, no, we got to go the legal route. And by that time, just kicked her out. By that time, it ended up being 3 years. 3 years of no rent. Okay? That completely took away any profits that he made the previous 5 years of good tenants. So all it takes is that one bad tenant and you're fucked. You're fucked. So vet. Learn to vet.